Hello guys, welcome to Joanne Cheesy Kitchen. On today's menu, I'm gonna show you how I made this delicious beans, plantain, fish, and some vegetables. First, I'm gonna add some water into the pot and allow it to come to a boiling point. Here, the water has boiled, so I'm gonna add in my beans. I gave the beans a rinse before adding it, so you want to rinse out some dust and all that. I'll cover this again and allow it to boil. So as you can see, the beans has boiled, so I'm going to sieve out this first water and then add the water I'm going to use to cook the beans. This is totally optional, you can do whatever you want, but I like boiling the first water out. So here the beans is back to the pot and I'm going to add the water I'm using to cook the beans. You want to add a lot of water here because this is the water that will cook the beans till it's tender. And after adding the water, I'll add in some onion, already chopped onion. I'll be using 4 balls of onion. Onion helps to make beans cook faster and it gives it a very nice flavor. So once I add this onion, I'll spread them on top of the pot, cover the pot and allow it to boil. Then here it is, it has boiled, so I'm going to add some salt to taste, just little salt. And after adding the salt, I'll cover the pot and allow it to cook, and then I'm going to start preparing my fish. Here I'm going to wash the fish. I'm using iced fish, and you can use any fish of your choice. So I'll put all the fish into the water and I'll wash them thoroughly. After washing the fish, you're going to want to remove everything inside the fish, both the head and all that. So after washing them clean, I'll take them to the tray and I'm going to drop the fish separately to enable me season it very well. So after dropping the fish, as you can see, I'm going to bring in my ginger. I'm seasoning this with ginger. I'll add little ginger, powdered ginger actually, and then I'll add in some curry. After adding the curry, I'll add in some grinded pepper. Yeah, you want to add some pepper for your fish. Then after adding the pepper, I'll add in some seasoning cube. I'm using just 1 cube, and after adding the seasoning cube, I'll add in some salt. And after adding the salt, I'll begin to mix this with my hands. I'll make sure I rub all the seasoning into the fish. Another option for you to do this is to add all your seasoning into a bowl, mix them very well, and then dip your fishes inside and begin to rub as well. But this is what I'm doing because I don't want it to be too much. I just want to make sure I balance the seasoning with the fish. So after mixing this very well, I'm going to add this into my salad bowl and cover it with a kitchen napkin and allow it to set in. You want to do that, very important. And I'm going to leave that till the beans is cooked. So but if you are using a pressure pot for your beans, you want to do this before starting to cook your beans. So I'm going to add all the fish to my salad bowl. After adding them to the bowl, I'll place in a kitchen napkin on top of the bowl before covering it with a saucepan cover. You want to look for something that will cover yours very tightly so that this will set in very well. So here it is. I have covered the fish, so I will set it aside and go back to my beans. Here it is. The beans is ready, is well cooked, is soft, and everything is soft, ready to be used. So for these beans, you want to use any kind of beans. It doesn't matter whether it's brown, whether it's white, or it's mixed. Anyone you have, okay? So for the beans, I will have my pot on the fire. I'll add in some palm oil, and then I'll allow the palm oil to heat up a bit. You want to heat up the oil so that it won't have any raw taste in your mouth when you're eating the beans. And then I'll season my oil with little salt to give it a good taste, and then I'll add in my onion and stir. I'll stir the onion very well. After stirring the onion, I'll add in some fresh tomatoes and some fresh pepper. and I'll give it a good stir. For the tomatoes, I use just 5 seeds of tomatoes. You don't want your tomatoes to be too much, although it depends on the quantity of beans you're making. And here it has fried very well, the tomatoes and the pepper. And then I'll come in with my grounded crayfish and then some seasoning cube, and I'll add in my smoked fish. I already bone-freed the smoked fish and skinned it, but you can use with the skin, depends on what you like. I just don't like seeing the skin of fish inside the beans. So after adding this, I will stir very well and introduce my beans, the already cooked beans. I'll pour everything into the pot, and then I'll give this a good stir. You want to stir this very well so that it will mix all the way around. And then after stirring this very well to give a good mix, you're gonna cover this and allow to cook for another 3 minutes to allow everything mix very well. So here it is, the beans has mixed very well with all the sauce, and I have a perfect paste. The thickness is okay for me. If yours is not like this and you want to make it a bit thicker or like that, the water is there to do that. And then after doing this, I'll keep the beans aside and I'll go to my plantain. Here I'll add in some vegetable oil into my frying pan. I'll add 2 pieces of onion to flavor it, and then I'll add in my plantain, already sliced plantain, and I'll allow to fry to my desired. So this is how I like it, golden brown. If you like yours to be more brown than this, then you're gonna fry a bit more. And if you don't like yours to be as brown as this, you want to stop before now, okay? So after frying the plantain, I'll remove them from the oil, and then I'll go back to the fish because I'm using the same oil for the fish. So here it is, the fish is ready. Everything has gone in because this has been here for about 30 minutes, as you can see. Then I'll put the fish into the oil one by one. You want to separate this so it doesn't stick together, and then I'll put everything and allow this to fry. So while this is frying, I'm going to start preparing my vegetables. I'll wash them, pick them, slice them, get ready the onion and everything that I'll be using. And here the fish is well fried, so I'm going to remove them from the oil and put them in the sieve. So you want to do this too, put them in the sieve and allow them to drip some all the oil inside the fish to drop out. And if you want to sauce your fish, you can as well prepare some tomato sauce in order to spice it up, but you can still have it like this because remember you already flavored the fish with some ginger, curry and some seasoning cube. So here I have my pot on the fire. I'm gonna add little vegetable oil, just about 2 tablespoons of oil. Then add in little salt to flavor the oil, add in my chopped onion and give it a good stir. You want to stir this very well. After stirring this very well, and I'll add in my grinded pepper and tomatoes. I mix them together. Actually, I use just 1 seed of tomatoes and 1 seed of pepper. It's just few because the vegetables are not much. So if yours are plenty, you want to add more depending on the size of the tomatoes. Actually, here I'm using red pepper and fresh tomatoes. So I'm going to stir this and allow it to fry so that it won't have any raw taste. Here the tomatoes has fried very well, so I'm going to add in my vegetables. I'm using ugu leaf, and you can use any other leaf you have, maybe green leaf, lettuce leaf. But if you're using green leaf or lettuce, you wouldn't want it to fry as far as I'm going to fry this ugu, because ugu is more stronger than those ones. So after mixing this with the sauce, mix very well. I'll then cover the pot and allow it to cook for about 40 seconds. You don't want to cook your vegetables for too long. And after that, my vegetable is ready, and I'm gonna serve with my plantain, my fish, and my beans. Thank you very much for coming by. Please tell me what you think about this combination and the recipe. Tell me if you're going to try it. Don't forget to comment, like my videos, and share. Bye bye.